Disarmament and peace in Karamoja will reside on the people, on the masses of Karamoja. If the Karamojong can own the peace, then the peace will be lasting and it will be real. Other than looking at UPDF, other than looking at police or us two or government, we must turn to each other for peace. Secondly, I have also said we must immunize Karamoja of AK-47. We must immunize Karamoja of AK-47 because the disarmaments that come are just ambulance services, as I have always said. They are driven by some issues, some problems. Now, because of the menacing issue of cattle rustling and conflict that comes in their bouts, sometimes after 5 years, sometimes after 10 years, and for how long shall we continue like this? The way out is immunize Karamoja of AK-47. How do we do that? It is by what all of us are now saying, by compulsory and forceful education. You know, in Karamoja, there are two sides of what you call education. There is the informal education and there is the formal education. The formal education is a school education where most of us went. Man like me, I went to that formal education where we learn mathematics, we learn English, the other languages, we learn geography and so on. At the end of the day, somebody becomes useful to government, becomes a medical doctor, becomes a school teacher, becomes a nurse, becomes a social worker, and all these things, agricultural officers. So that way we serve government. But there is the other informal school where about 80%, over 80% of the Karamojong children go. Now, it is this school that we must disband, because this informal school teaches these children war, conflict, hatred, cattle rustling. Because when the child grows up, he really becomes a cattle rustler, becomes a murderer without mercy, without any remorse. We must disband this, and the Karamojong children who go to the cattle camps suffer the rains, suffer the sun, the heat from the sun, suffer all those hazards. They are the ones who animals crush all of Karamoja district, so that we have certificate and diploma studies, certificate and diploma, so that this will now feed into a university. Now, you may not have, we cannot have, it may not be right to have a university in Karamoja minus the A-level schools, minus these tertiary schools at their diplomas. You see, at their diploma levels, so that this now will fit into the university. Otherwise, the university will become a white elephant in Karamoja. And so we really want to start there, and from that we will have immunized. You know, when they reach senior 4, senior 5, senior 6, even up to university, who will again think about the gun? Because the guns are in Kenya. We cannot force the Kenyans to disarm their people. The guns are in Southern Sudan. We cannot force the Southern Sudanese to disarm our people. We must disarm the mind of the Karamojong by formal education, so that the gun thing and conflict will be will be a previous thing, will be part of history. But
and keeping them, they are there. We are not talking